Well, happy Veterans Day, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majestic back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studio with your weather update here on your Veterans Day, November 11th, 2025. Well, things not looking bad across Georgia. We at least got some sunshine, but boy, is it chilly out there. Boy, you stand out in that wind just a little bit, even though temperatures in the 40s, it feels a little colder than that, a little bit of a bite to that air. And we're in store for another cold night tonight, but not nearly as bad as the 20s we saw across the entire area here for this morning. So a little bit better for tomorrow, and warming trend will continue here for the rest of the week. Now, before we get going into this full report here on the YouTube channel, if you just come across us for the first time, you live anywhere across North Georgia, please join our family. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alert on future content, and make this part of your regular YouTube feed. Your no-nonsense weather guy here. That'll keep you informed to keep you safe. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our current conditions up in Dahlonega. Looking very nice indeed. A lot of blue skies out there across the UNG campus for today, looking very nice. A lot of leaves have been blown off the trees thanks to all the heavy winds we had. Lake Lanier also looking pretty good here across down near Gainesville, looking very nice this afternoon. No watches and warnings tonight. I just wanted to point out we got these freeze warnings down here way down our south. We're done for the season. Typically, when you get your first freeze, they get your issue. You don't get another one. Now, if we get like a hard freeze, that'd be a different story, but we're done with the freeze warnings. They don't issue those repeatedly every time it gets cold in the wintertime. They're just not worth doing that. So you had your first freeze, you brought in your plants, you got your stuff ready, you're good. You don't have to worry about that the rest of the season. Radar is clear. Expected to remain that way straight into the weekend. Matter of fact, the weekend's not looking bad. We're going to see a nice warm-up. Stick around for my 7-day. I think you'll like that. Regionally looking like this as we're looking at a pretty quiet night tonight. We're going to have just a few high clouds skirting through here across North Georgia. Otherwise, looking pretty good here for today. Look at your regional perspective again, looking very chilly out there with temperatures here in the 40s, and they'll be cold again for tonight, but not quite as cold as that cold air is retreating on out. We're also going to see that high pressure bringing the winds out of the south and out of the west here as we go into tomorrow. So that's going to bring in some changes. Look at a regional model here. The NAM not showing a thing. We're seeing a few showers over there toward Louisiana, Mississippi. Nothing coming our way just yet. We're going to stay quiet. The one thing we're going to notice is the blue is retreating out and the winds are shifting around out of the south and west. It's going to warm us up nicely here in the days ahead. All right, so look at our forecast maps brought to us by our friends from the National Weather Service here as we go to the next week. And the one thing you'll notice is a lack of green on this map. Yeah, it's going to stay dry, maybe a little bit toward the end, but for the most of the rest of this week, we're looking high and dry, folks. High pressure and control right in through your Wednesday and Thursday. Looking pretty good indeed. Friday also looking good. Saturday weekend's looking great. High pressure and control. It's going to be warmer. We'll be back in the 70s. Can you believe that? 70s by the time we get to this weekend. Sunday looking good. Went ahead and took that rain chance out for Sunday, but Monday, maybe a slight chance. A slight chance on there on Monday and on Tuesday. We do have some differing opinions on the long range on the American GFS and European model, so we'll see how things work out for next week. One thing's for sure, I think we're going to see a decent shot of rain next week, just depending on when that's going to arrive. So stay tuned for updates on that. All right. So here's our forecast here for tomorrow. Gainesville looking at 60-35, sunny and milder for tomorrow. Morning lows across North Georgia, looking at maybe a 28 of in Blairsville. I like to go a little colder with those guys typically, but everybody else here in the 30s. Still a few freezing temperatures out there across northeast Georgia. Daytime highs tomorrow, mix of upper 50s and low 60s across the area. Still a little bit of a breeze tomorrow, 10 to 25 miles per hour at times. Regional looking like this, 63 in Atlanta, 74 in Jackson, 66 in Memphis, 66 in Savannah, and 70 down in Destin. Next 7 days, again, check this out. You gotta love a nice warming trend, don't you? Look at that. Looks pretty good. Getting up to around 70 on Friday, 72 on Saturday, and just limited rain chances for Monday and Tuesday for right now. Stay tuned for changes on those days. Again, I appreciate you guys checking out the channel here as we're slowly going organically here on the YouTube side. I think we're up to 234 now. Nice little steady. Just keep it going. Again, hit that subscribe button. Just make this part of your regular YouTube feed. Get your forecast updated here. Have it in your back pocket ready to go. All right? Again, appreciate you guys checking us out. Y'all be good. Stay safe. And we'll see you tomorrow on the next update. Until then, you guys have a great and safe day. Bye-bye.